What we teach in metaphysics, in the science of mind, is that we change a thing into a thought, we change the thought, and the law automatically changes the thing. We change a thing into a thought. We change the thought, and the law automatically changes the thing. Now, as we talked in our Science of Mind class this morning, right, thought, we use this term thought loosely. When the early metaphysicians were talking about thought, that were using the word thought, they meant a movement in consciousness. They did not mean just a cerebral, heady thing, right? A movement in consciousness is that which uses my heart, my mind, and my body as a whole experience. My experience of something, my idea about it, my belief about it. And the shorthand word for that is thought. Change a thing into a thought. So let's break it down for a minute and ask ourselves, what does this mean, and what does this have to do with habits? So we have a thing or an experience, our prosperity, our success, our love life, the quality of our relationships, our experience of our bodies, whatever it is, right? Or a specific thing that we have or don't have. We have that thing or experience. What we know is behind that is a causal reality, a causal movement in consciousness. And so that is the thought, the idea, the belief, the idea that we have about how much success we can acquire, the idea or that we can experience, the idea or the feeling of how prosperous we can actually be, or the thought that we have about whether or not we can be successful in a business venture or anybody will buy our art, right? So that what's behind the experience is this thought or belief. Our job is to change it into something new, a new thought, idea, or belief. And if you don't realize it, this is the word where the term new thought comes from. New thought is not new. It's not a new idea. This is ancient wisdom, starts with the Hermetic teachings, comes all the way through Plato and the pre-Socratics and into Jesus' teachings and Swedenborg, and we can list ancient Egypt, from ancient Egypt and the Hindus all the way up to today. There's nothing new about new thought. The term new thought means I have a new thought. And when I have a new thought, do you see, then I produce a new thing. There is a new outcome. And so our job is changing the old thought into a new thought. And we do that. We spend our time doing that. We learn to focus not on the limitation that we're experiencing, but on the abundance of the universe. We learn to focus not on the sense of inadequacy that we feel, but on the truth that we are God, we are the divine made manifest. You see, this is the change. We stop focusing on how few customers we have or how little money we're making, and we change that into an expectation of good, an expectation of lots of customers, lots of money flowing, lots of opportunities in our business or in whatever else it may be that we are focusing on. Do you see? That is our work, to shift from an old thought, idea, belief, felt, lived experience, whatever we want to call that. The shorthand word is thought, the movement in consciousness, to a new one. And do you see, the thing that we were experiencing, that is created by the law of cause and effect. It's an absolute result of this old thought that we had. Whatever that old thought is, could be a hidden belief, could be a false idea, could simply be race consciousness. We sort of accepted that, this is about how prosperous we can be. Our whole family had this level of success. That's what we're comfortable with. That's what we know. But it doesn't have to be necessarily a conscious thought or a conscious idea. But we know behind that thing is a thought. And as we change that thought, the new thing must automatically demonstrate, right? That is the law of cause and effect. That's the universal law that we practice understanding, we practice demonstrating it in our lives in little tiny things like parking places and fun little things like that, so that we can grow our understanding that the law is automatic. And if we will change the old thought to the new thought, the thing itself will change. Our experience of success and prosperity will change. Now we can, because we are very psychologized as a culture, we can spend an enormous amount of time focusing on the old thought. Why do I have it? Where did it come from? I feel so bad that I keep thinking it. I'm sorry, I feel inadequate. I just have to really work on my inadequacy. And oh my God, I have such a limited belief. I have to work on my limited beliefs. And what do you think we're doing? We are focusing on the old thought over and over and over and over again, right? Now, as I said, you have been in more than enough therapy. You've probably been in enough classes. You are getting pretty clear about the old thoughts. So our job is to stop thinking it. Now, stop thinking it is to think the new thought, experience the new internal experience, the movement in consciousness, the acceptance, the claiming of the new idea, the new truth. And when we do that, the new thing is an automatic result. Of course, we do have our part in it. You'll notice that it doesn't go from the old thing to the new thing. The work is in consciousness, but we do have our part in it. That's the move our feet part. And I think of it a little bit like as the law is automatically manifesting the new thing, doing its job with the infinite intelligence of the universe, my job is to also be moved to move the feet part, and somehow in some mysterious and wondrous ways, we call those miracles, those two things come together. And then we have this amazing experience and we go, oh my God, TSRW, this shit really works. And we're all surprised.